Are you a talented footballer with the potential to go all of the way, but you've never been spotted or had a trial? Well, all you need to do is check out a brand new innovative business that I've started with my partners called Scout Size. It gives you a chance to get spotted by our network of scouts to try and get you a trial at a professional club. Scout Size places you in front of a professional scout who will assess your talent. You simply need to visit our website right now and upload your clips as directed. Our scouts will then view them and give you a full assessment. If you meet a certain criteria, your details will be sent to scouts at professional football clubs for them to come and see you play. It's as simple as that. So visit scoutsize.com right now and send in your clips, and a scout could be coming to watch you play at your next game. AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that will be linked with a transfer move to Arsenal. Hi and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that will be linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. Of course, we are over here in Singapore, so big up to everybody over here. Don't forget to use the code SE50 for Scout Size, right? And also another reminder for everybody over here in Singapore that we're doing a meet and greet this week, Saturday at Sides, right? So at Sides, we're going to be doing a meet and greet between 3 to 5 p.m. So make sure you get down there, and we're looking forward to meeting you all. Of course, last night was the first game here in Singapore. Arsenal taking on AC Milan. They won the game by 1-0. A pretty comfortable win really for Arsenal. They really did dominate the whole of the game and really limited the chances that AC Milan had. And there was some great little performances in there. I mean, a lot of people talking about the performance of Max Dowman and Ethan Nwaneri. The two youngsters, absolutely brilliant. I still can't believe Max Dowman's 15 years old. What a performance by him in his little cameo. Saka, good performance by him as well. And Reiss Nelson, who came on later on as well. I thought he looked really, really lively. And all in all, a good performance, a good, start to pre-season. Obviously, a lot of rustiness out there as well, but a decent start to pre-season for Arsenal in their first game. I think the next game will be a lot more challenging when they take on Newcastle, but a decent start, and we can't moan about that. Talking about Reiss Nelson, as I've just mentioned, lots of rumours flying around today that Fulham are starting to step up their interest in him. There's also been interest from Crystal Palace, but it does look like Fulham are the team ahead of the game in this one. And Arsenal looking to try and get around about £20 million for him. But he really did look good yesterday. And a lot of people will say, well, why are you bringing a player like Reiss Nelson on tour to play when, he could be sold? Well, that is one of the reasons why. You want us, also let teams see him playing really, really well. And then, that's going to drive the price up. So Reiss Nelson, good performance by him. And also, you can also argue and say if he does a really good pre-season, might turn around and say you don't really need to sell him. But Reiss Nelson does look to be on the way out. Now, Viktor Gyökeres. There was a lot of talk that he was going to be flying into Singapore to do his medical. That seems to be wide of the mark. I spoke about it on yesterday's show. It looks like instead what he's doing is flying into London to do his medical there, where he's going to be doing it with a private doctor. And then it's all set to be announced. And then he'll get on a plane and make his way over here to Hong Kong, hopefully in time for that game on Sunday when Arsenal take on Newcastle. But medical being done, and we should be hearing about his signing imminently. There should be an announcement really, really soon, but it's still all happening. Viktor Gyökeres, unless, God forbid, he failed a medical, Viktor Gyökeres will become an Arsenal player. And there's a lot of excitement about that last night at the game. Speaking to fans, they are so excited, and they all want us to see him on that pitch. And you saw last night in the game, created a lot of chances, but still not that killer. I mean, we should really have won that game by about 3-0, not 1-0. But we still need that killer up front, and we're getting him in Viktor Gyökeres. But another thing I think that you saw last night from last night's game is still questions about that left-hand side of the pitch. Now, Martinelli started, weren't the greatest of performance by him, but listen, everybody's rusty at this stage. You know, you had Max Dowman come in, do really, really well there, Trossard. But that left-hand side is still looking like it's the area that Arsenal would love to upgrade. And they're looking at a lot of targets to try and get in on that side. Chief target seems to be Eberechi Eze, Fabrizio Romano, again, yesterday, talking about how Arsenal are speaking to his representatives. We know it's the £68 million release clause, but are Arsenal going to get this one done? Really does seem that they've got, you know, a clear pathway to getting him, because Chelsea seem to be focusing on Xavi Simons. There's even been talking him looking at Morgan Rogers, but it does look like it is Arsenal that have, you know, the clear path to try and get this deal done for Eze. They are the favourites. And as I said, talking to their representatives, can they get this deal done for Eberechi Eze? It would be a very popular signing. Or could they turn their attentions to a guy that's going to be probably at this hotel in the next couple of days, and that's Anthony Gordon, Newcastle player. Of course, Arsenal taking on Newcastle over here in Singapore. Caught offside, claiming that Arsenal are considering him as an option. We know that Mikel Arteta is a big admirer of his. The only thing is he'd be very, very expensive, and Newcastle are not going to want to sell Anthony Gordon. However, we've seen, you know, Isak unsettled already this transfer window. Could Arsenal go all in for Anthony Gordon before that window closes? And would he, you know, say, no, I'm staying, I've still got, you know, a couple of years left on my contract? Or could he also be unsettled? Because nobody thought that there was any chance that Isak would be going anywhere, but we've seen he's unsettled at the moment. So I don't think you can discount the Anthony Gordon one, but I do think it would be very, very expensive, as would be the next one, Rodrygo. Still reports linking him with a move to Arsenal, but he's also getting linked with a lot of clubs now. He's been linked with Liverpool. We know that Diaz looks like he's going to be on his way out from Liverpool. So he's been linked with Liverpool. He's been linked with Spurs today. PSG said to be interested in him. And of course, Arsenal. But he's going to be very, very expensive. There's been reports coming out of Spain that, you know, basically he's been told by Real Madrid that, listen, if you want to leave, no problem. If you want to stay, we'll keep you. He's really got to consider his whole options this summer. But where will he end up? And who's going to meet that big price tag and huge wages that he's going to demand? But certainly, when you see that left-hand side at Arsenal at the moment, he could be a very, very good signing indeed if we could get this one done. And what about Rafael Leão last night? What was he talking to Declan Rice about? This sparked loads of conspiracy theories. Everybody's like, oh, what's he talking about? Is he, eyeing a move to Arsenal? Remember, a few weeks ago, he was on holiday wearing an Arsenal shirt with Thierry Henry on the back. Could he be leveraging himself for a move away to Arsenal? I would certainly love to see a player like Rafael Leão. I like him, even though he didn't really do a lot in the game yesterday. But AC Milan are not looking to sell him. That's what they've said. He was even the captain for them last night. No Mike Maignan for them. Leão was the captain. So could a big offer tempt him away? That's going to be one to watch. I'm not saying because, he was talking to Declan Rice yesterday, it was anything to do with a possible move. But if the price was right, he could be a player that is gettable. It's going to be interesting to see what happens between now and the end of the transfer window with that left-hand side. Still Eberechi Eze, the favourite to get that position if Arsenal move to try and do an upgrade there. So those are the rumours for today, but hopefully we'll get a lot more news on Viktor Gyökeres and his signing and when that's going to be announced. But it is imminent. Don't forget to keep it locked here on AFTV and you will not miss. As soon as he's signed, we will be letting you know. We got a good welcome video for that. And also, as I said, come if you're over here in Singapore, come and meet us on Saturday. We're going to be at Sides, the Sides restaurant. I think it's at the Bugis Mall. That's where we're going to be on Saturday. Come along between 3 and 5. We look forward to seeing you all. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Hi, we've teamed up with UK Auto Claims to see if you could be eligible to score thousands in compensation. If you've had any cars, vans or motorbikes on finance between 2007 and 2021, go to ukautoclaims.co.uk to start your free simple check. Loads of you will have overpaid and payouts could be worth thousands, so you've got to look into it. Hit up the link below and check now for free.